Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for KRC's coverage of the 2022 NASCAR All-Star Race Weekend, and things kick off here on this Sunday evening with the NASCAR All-Star Open, which will be 50 laps long at the mile-and-a-half racetrack at the Texas Motor Speedway. As always, like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we are getting into this race. Drop of the green flag just moments away. No pre-race for the All-Star Open today. And we're going to go through the starting lineup quickly because the field is already on their pace laps, and you won't want to miss any of the live commentary we have coming our way. Before the starting lineup, here's Clint Boyer with Eric Jones.
Front here, just got to stay up here and try to get the lead. A little bit tight yesterday, so made a good change, I think, but hope we can get ourselves in the All-Star race and have that shot.
All right, man, elbows up. You've been fast. Look alive.
Simple, thank you.
So a couple laps yet until we go green to kickstart the All-Star Race Weekend for the Cup Series side of things, and we'll go through that starting lineup right here, right now. Tyler Reddick and Daniel Suarez will be in row one. Reddick raced his way in through the Open last year. Daniel Suarez, a two-time All-Star Race driver, trying to race his way in a third time today. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Eric Jones will be in row number two. Both of these drivers have All-Star appearances as well. Chris Buescher, Justin Haley will line up in row number three. Haley with one career cup win as well as Buescher. One All-Star appearance apiece as far as race wins go, but they're going to have to race their way in today as well. Austin Dillon and Corey LaJoie will line up in row number four, a former Daytona 500 winner and Dillon back in 2018. Corey LaJoie still looking for his first cup win and looking for his first All-Star appearance tonight. Harrison Burton and Cole Custer will line up in row number five. Custer had one win in his career in his rookie season in 2020. Did not race his way in last year, and he's going to have to start in the middle of the pack in this 16-car field now. He's got his work cut out for him today. Landon Castle, Ty Dillon will line up in row number six. Ty Dillon's going to be someone to watch that 42 car. Remember, he was very aggressive in trying to race his way in the Busch Light Clash earlier this season at the LA Coliseum. Caused a couple big accidents. Ultimately ended up not making it due to an inspection failure, or I think he jumped the last restart is what ended up happening. But whatever the case was, Ty Dillon did not make it at the end of it. We'll see if he can make it today. You know he's going to be aggressive. Cody Ware, Ty Gillen will line up in row 7. Gillen, the second rookie in the field for the Open race. And then Garrett Smithley and BJ McLeod will be in row 8. And they are going to round out the 16-car field. 3 stages. Winner of each stage will go to the All-Star race. 20 laps in stage 1, 20 laps in stage 2. Final stage will be 10 laps, a shootout to decide the 3 winners, and then a fan vote at the end will dictate the 4th starting spots of 4 drivers from this Open of the 16 will get in. The other 12 will have to watch from their motorhomes this weekend for tonight's main events. Maybe expand my screen just a little bit for you guys. Pit road speed is 45 miles an hour. Fuel window, they don't actually have to pit for fuel, which is going to be interesting to see what pit strategy is going to come about during the stage breaks. Track position is going to matter a lot on this Texas surface. Cars One Boy, welcome to the stream. Lights are still on the pace car. They will not be going green this time. Maybe next time by they'll get the one to go signal. Tyler Reddick has already elected the inside lane for the start. Probably going to be the preferred lane throughout the course of the night, but we'll see. I was unable to watch the truck race the other night, and I only saw the pretty much second half of stage 2 in the Xfinity race yesterday, so I don't have a lot of detail as to what is the preferred lane at the track this weekend on restarts. But we're about to find out how this initial start is going to go in the 16-car Open. If I have to make predictions, which I will, for drivers who I think are going to get in, I think Tyler Reddick is going to race his way in. I think that Austin Dillon will race his way in. And I'm going to say Eric Jones is going to race his way in. I think those will be the 3 guys to race their way in, and I think Daniel Suarez is going to get the fan vote. So that's my prediction for the All-Star race. Tim Irvin, welcome to the stream. So again, this is our first of 2 live streams tonight covering the All-Star Race weekend. Second stream will be the actual All-Star Race event at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time later tonight. Cool temperatures today. It's been a hot weekend in Texas, but 69 degrees with 10 to 15 mile an hour winds and a overcast sky for this one. A lot of grip on this pretty fast racetrack. We've seen the All-Star Race Open be very aggressive. We've seen a lot of crazy good finishes and good moments in the All-Star Open the last few years, and we'll see if we're going to get any throughout these stages today. Austin Reed, welcome to the stream as well. Comment in the chat down below, who do you think is going to get into the All-Star Race? I'm curious. Pace car is going to pull off of the racetrack onto pit road. And here we go. Reddick, I guess, going to the rear to start this one. So it'll be Daniel Suarez on the outside lane who will get the restart in the front of the field as the green flag is in the air and the open is underway. Stenhouse charging hard on the inside and might be able to clear Suarez up the exit of turn 2. Nope, not quite. Suarez gets the momentum now off the outside. Stenhouse trying to side draft aggressively on Suarez. Into 3 they go. Still side by side. And Stenhouse is clear off of turn 4. 3 straight top 10s for Stenhouse coming into the All-Star Race weekend. That is going to be a lot of momentum going forward for him. And the track position with Reddick having to start at the rear really helped him that he was the first car on the inside lane. Chris Buescher slides in line into second in front of Daniel Suarez through turns 1 and 2. He's going to try to run down the 47 of Stenhouse. Austin Dillon up to 4th place as well with Eric Jones rounding out the top 5 behind the 3rd place Daniel Suarez Trackhouse team. Tyler Reddick already up to 11th, gaining 5 spots from the start into the inside of Justin Haley for 10th. Haley started in row number 3, and he's already back to 11th place and dropping like a rock. Eric Jones and Austin Dillon now battle for 4th as Dillon got to the outside of Jones. Now hops in line back down to the bottom through 3 and 4 on what is primarily a one-groove racetrack at the Texas Motor Speedway. Tristan Heidenkamp, welcome to the stream. Oh, got some buffering going on my screen. There we go. Stenhouse is slowly getting away from Buescher, but Buescher's kind of keeping decent pace right now. He's about 0.4 of a second off the race lead. Tyler Reddick is going to be the big one to watch here. I think he clearly looks like the fastest car on the racetrack. I don't know if he's going to be able to drive all the way up to Stenhouse by the end of segment or stage number 1. But if he can get the track position and start up towards the front for stage 2, he's going to be in a much better position to try and race his way in. He's right behind Corey LaJoie for 7th, and he should have a good chance to get around him on the next lap. 5 laps in, 15 laps to go. Full field rundown right now in stage 1 is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the lead. Chris Buescher in 2nd, Daniel Suarez 3rd, Eric Jones 4th, Austin Dillon rounds out the top 5, Harrison Burton in 6th, Corey LaJoie 7th, Tyler Reddick up to 8th, Justin Haley 9th, and Ty Dillon rounds out the top 10. Cole Custer in 11th, Todd Gillen in 12th, Landon Castle in 13th, Cody Ware 14th, Garrett Smithley 15th, and BJ McLeod is 16th. All 16 cars are on the lead lap. Of course, just a few laps in, they probably should be. Chris Buescher a little bit faster than Ricky Stenhouse Jr. that last lap. Reddick finally gets around LaJoie in the 7 car for the 7th place position off of turn 2. Why is it so early of the sea? I have no clue what you meant by that in the chat. All-Star race is usually before the Coke 600. It wasn't last year. It was a little bit later in the year. And it was a little later in the year in 2020 also. But that was because of COVID. Justin Haley, after falling back a few spots at the start, maybe had a little bit too low of an air pressure to kick things off tonight, has worked his way back to 8th place as he just passed Corey LaJoie through turns 3 and 4. So even though Buescher was faster than Stenhouse 2 laps ago, Stenhouse faster than Buescher that last lap and has pushed the lead out to about 0.6 of a second. It's a 3-car breakaway right now at the front of the field. They're all within 1 second of each other, and then a 1 second gap between 3rd and 4th of Suarez and Jones. Reddick up another spot, getting around rookie Harrison Burton for 6th place. May need a caution if he's going to want a shot to win Stage 1 with just 11 laps to go. Who will be the first driver to lock themselves into the All-Star race through the Open this evening? Reddick has a lot of experience in recent years of being able to race his way in the All-Star race through the Open. Daniel Suarez has also been in this position before it had thrived. So it sounded like the RCR cars were dealing with some sort of an alignment issue, I guess, with the steering column or the steering in general. Reddick chose to change that, so that's why he had to start at the rear of the field, but Austin Dillon did not. Austin Dillon did just pass Eric Jones for 4th, but Reddick is closing in on both cars and within about a half a second of Dillon, who just made the pass for 4th place. They're a little over 3 seconds, though, off the race lead with 9 laps to go in Stage 1. Stenhouse has grown his lead to 1.1 seconds over Chris Buescher. A very quiet opening stage to the All-Star Open. Reddick running in that middle groove. Getting the right side tires up closer to the traction compound. And he's going to do the same thing in turns 1 and 2 as well, just trying to build momentum off the exit of the corner so he can have a run to get around Eric Jones. And here comes the run off the exit of turn 2. Jones not going to be really aggressive into 3. He'll leave the bottom open for Tyler Reddick, who is much faster than the 43 car, and Reddick is now up to 5th. Again, Reddick very easily the fastest car in the field right now, but losing that track position before the start costed him a shot to win Stage 1 without a caution flag. Again, we're likely going to be seeing some pit stops. Some drivers may gamble and try to stay out of the pits in between Stages 1 and 2. I think more likely to happen in Stage 3, considering that that is the shortest of the 3 stages of 10 laps and the first 2 are only 20. I didn't have Stenhouse picked to win a stage in the Open, but I also didn't know Tyler Reddick was starting at the rear, and that jumped Stenhouse up to the inside of row 1 when we got things kicked off. And he was able to flat out beat the 17 of Buescher, who was the control car at the start. Cleared him off the exit of turn 4 on the opening lap, didn't waste much time, and has now pulled ahead to a 1.4 second lead over Buescher. So again, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the lead. Chris Buescher in second, 1.4 seconds off the lead. Daniel Suarez third, Austin Dillon 4th, and Tyler Reddick is 5th. Reddick and Dillon battling for 4th place right now through 3 and 4. 4 to go at the line this time by. 31 people watching the stream right now. Robert Cornejo, welcome to the stream. Derek Booth, Tyler Burbeck, welcome in as well. Reddick, one of the few cars really testing out the middle to upper groove on the racetrack in both ends in 3 and 4 and in 1 and 2. Didn't get a great run on Austin Dillon that time. It almost looked like Dillon may have gapped Reddick. More progressive banking in turns 3 and 4, so that might help Reddick run the outside this time, and again, Dillon gaps him on the bottom. Might have to move back down to the bottom to close in on Dillon and then try something else to get around him because going to the outside was not working on his teammate whatsoever. Buescher maybe a tenth quicker than Stenhouse that last lap. I think Stenhouse is trying to take it maybe a little bit easy right now, or easier than what he was pushing. Just trying not to make a mistake while he's in the position to win the stage. Tenth of a second faster with just a couple laps to go. It's just not going to be a quick enough pace for Buescher to catch Stenhouse. And it'll be up to the pit crews during the stage break to try and get their teams out to P1. We'll see if we see any two-tire pit stops as well. I talked about some guys maybe trying to stay out, but two-tire stops I think could more likely pan out here than even four tires. Eric Jones continues to slide back. He's still in 6th, but he's over 4.5 seconds off the lead. They're starting in row 2. Final lap for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. off of turn 2 right now, and Stenhouse is going to easily coast his way through turns 3 and 4, and he is going to end up winning stage 1, so Stenhouse will advance to the All-Star race, keeping his hot streak alive another week. After 3 straight top 10s in points races, get to the non-points race, and Stenhouse is going to race his way in to tonight's All-Star race, the lone car at JTG Doherty Racing this season. It'll be the 4th All-Star appearance for Stenhouse. Alexandra, I'm trying to, I might botch your name. Alexandre Bianotti. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I said your name wrong. 4-lap average for Alex Below of a 233.499 miles an hour. That's just ridiculous. So again, Stenhouse will win stage 1. We'll get an interview with Stenhouse. You guys will get to listen to that when Fox comes back from the commercial break. Any other driver interviews, obviously, throughout the course of the night, you guys will get to listen to as well. Gonna step away for a quick second. Get my phone charger. All right. Thank you for doing the race. No problem, Lisa Rogers. Welcome to the stream. That big pilot dude, welcome to the stream as well. 36 people watch right now. Everybody like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Helps me out a ton. On the road to becoming a NASCAR commentator for future races in real life down the road. And on the road to 3,000 subs. Just hit 2,000 subscribers last weekend during the live race commentary of Kansas. And we set a stream record, 3 stream records, the only 3 stream records we could possibly end up setting. And all for various reasons. The most likes on a single stream in channel history. Most concurrent viewers throughout the course of a live stream in history. That the likes, by the way, was up over 330 at the end of the stream. And then the concurrent viewers, we had upwards of 946 viewers last weekend during the Kansas Cup race. So appreciate a lot of new people out there for this one. So again, if you're just tuning in, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was the Stage 1 winner, so he has advanced to the All-Star race tonight through the Open. 2 more stages to go, another 20-lap stage and then a 10-lap final stage. Chris Buescher is going to be the new leader, with Stenhouse advancing his way in, but we have pit stops coming up, and I think that we are likely going to be seeing some sort of strategy here. I'd have to say that there's at least going to be one driver trying to gamble on 2 tires. I don't think we're going to go this whole night without anybody trying something different. Maybe somebody even stays out. Ball GB, welcome to the stream. Shouldn't get closed. No, this stream never. No, we never get closed here. I don't show any part of the race. That's why I do the commentary for obvious reasons. Here is our first set of stops of the night.
Who says it's really tight. The car handling is tight as well. So they're going to make a chassis adjustment on that 3-car, trying to free him up a little bit. Right side tires, now they're going to go to a 4-tire change here. They had a debate on that. Let's go to Jamie.
Chris Buescher in the 17, good run there, but said he needed to be a little bit tighter. So we've heard kind of both ends of the spectrum from teams today. Tyler Reddick as well, putting on 4 tires. In the 99 of Daniel Suarez, they said if you don't feel like you can take the lead here, then you need to pit.
Daniel Suarez will win the race off of pit road. He'll be the one to take 2 tires. Landon Castle in the 77 for Spire Motorsports also will take 2 tires. And here is Vince Welsh with Ricky Stenhouse.
Ricky Stenhouse, you took care of business right out of the gate. How encouraging is that for you in this 47 group?
Yeah, we got definitely a fortunate circumstance there, getting to go to the front row, and our Viva Camaro took off really, really strong there. So all the Kroger teams have been working really hard these last few weeks, and we've been getting results, which is nice. And now we get to go race for $1 million and be in the big show, which was disappointing. We sat and watched it last year, so it feels really good. And we'll make some adjustments, and got a better idea of what my car was doing there. So hopefully we can run up through the field.
So far so good, but the work just beginning, Mike.
So again, that was Stenhouse. Led all 20 laps en route to a Stage 1 victory after getting a restart and start, I guess, this Open on the inside of row 1, and was able to beat the control car of Chris Buescher off of turn 4 on the opening lap. We went caution-free through the first stage, so no incident so far tonight. Again, caution laps do not count for the Open. I'm not sure about the All-Star race itself. I know usually the final segment, the caution laps do not count in the All-Star race, but I'm not sure about the segments prior to the final segment. You guys will have to let me know down in the chat. 84 viewers now currently watching. Again, thanks for everybody tuning in. Live commentary for the All-Star race later tonight as well. I will be taking a break between streams because we're going to have about an hour and a half or so in between the end of the Open and the All-Star race, but I will be back live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to give you guys a live commentary for the All-Star race, the main event. 15 drivers still trying to figure out the final 3 spots. 2 will get to race their way in, and 1 virtue of the fan vote. Be sure to vote on NASCAR's website if you have not already. I put my bet in, or I put my vote in for Tyler Reddick just in case he didn't race his way in. I figured he was going to race his way in, but the reason why I wanted to pick Reddick is in case he didn't race his way in, I felt like he was the most deserving driver in this open field to be in the All-Star race because of how many close calls he's had to winning a race over the last couple seasons, both last year and a few times already this season as well. So that's why I picked Tyler Reddick. Sunshine and Cool Water, welcome to the stream. Each NASCAR race is an all-star race. This event lived beyond the expiration date. I kind of get what you're saying by that. I do like the idea of having, a race that pays out, more than most of the races throughout the course of the season. I think the Daytona 500 is the only winner's purse that is actually higher than the All-Star race. And, of course, that's the biggest race of the season. And I do like the fact that if you don't win a race in the calendar year that you have to race your way in, too. So it also throws that dilemma in here. But I get what you're saying, though. Carl Hagler, welcome to the stream. Lunkers with Lucas. Jeremy Scorpio, welcome to the stream as well. Got Kyle Busch beating Chase Elliott. Green flag is back in the air. Quick restart for the 7 of Corey LaJoie, who was actually out in front of the field there. LaJoie stayed out of the pits. I did not hear that before the pit stops during the stage break. I wondered if somebody was going to try that. So LaJoie stayed out. Suarez and the 77 of Landon Castle took right side tires only. Castle's dropping like a rock middle of the pack right now, already being passed by about 4 or 5 cars on the restart. Great jump for LaJoie, but I don't know if he's going to be able to have the race car to hold on. First car on 4 fresh tires is Chris Buescher in third following the restart. Daniel Suarez and Corey LaJoie still 1-2. Reddick to the back bumper of the 99, and now he gets passed by Buescher through 3 and 4 after Reddick got around Buescher the corner before. There's a big dive by Reddick, and he had to lift because he didn't feel he was going to be able to hold the race car that deep on corner entry, trying to get to the inside of Suarez. The longer Suarez could hold these faster cars on fresher tires back, the more of a chance LaJoie has of trying to race his way in. Suarez did throw a pretty big block on the back straightaway, and both the 8 and the 99 drove it in very deep. The 8 coming in with a little bit harder speed, and that's why he had to lift out of the throttle. Easy pass for Buescher to make as Reddick made the mistake. Corey LaJoie's put on 0.3 of a second over the 99 of Daniel Suarez, 4 laps in. He continues to lead. Suarez a bit faster than LaJoie that last lap. Again, Suarez only on 2 fresher right sides. The left sides are just as old as the 7 who's out in front. Reddick trying the middle to upper groove through 3 and 4 in 4th place right now. 4 cars under a blanket within 0.6 of a second of the lead. 16 laps to go in stage 2. LaJoie going to leave the bottom open this time for Daniel Suarez. He's trying to get a little bit better corner exit speed. Suarez closes in on the bottom but can't pull alongside the 7 of LaJoie. Big block on the back straightaway by the 17 of Buescher. Chops the nose off of the 8 of Tyler Reddick as they battle for 3rd place through turns 3 and 4. Reddick holding the bottom lane while the 17 of Buescher ran a little bit wide, giving the room for Reddick, and they're side-by-side for 3rd down the front stretch and into turn 1. These are the first 2 drivers on 4 fresh tires. Reddick, who charged from the back of the field to up to 5th place before the end of stage 1, seemed to have had the fastest car in the field so far. But the lack of track position's what's hurting him right now as he continues to battle to the inside of the 17, and they're still side-by-side for 3rd place for an entire lap now. Off turn 4 again, the 17 holds the outside lane. Reddick still underneath the car, hard in the wall, further back. The 77 of Landon Castle has crashed as he smashes the rear of his race car into the outside wall and then slapped the right front after the right rear hit. That caution took place in turn 4. Big hit for Landon Castle, and his night will come to an end. Caution is out at lap 7, and again, caution laps do not count in the All-Star Open. So caution laps will not count here. Window net is down on Landon Castle's number 77, Spire Motorsports Chevrolet. He was running the outside through turns 3 and 4, just kind of lost the rear of the car. Of course, remember, he was on older tires. On the left sides, he took right sides only during that pit stop. I don't know if there was a tire that actually went down that caused him to spin or if he just lost control. To me, it looked like he just lost control. He was outside the top 10 when he had wrecked after restarting in 3rd. Up to 23 likes on the channel right now, 154 viewers currently, so make sure to hit that like button. Run the likes up. I didn't set a goal for the Open. So I figured this stream was going to be less than an hour, so I didn't know if we were going to get a lot, but appreciate you guys tuning in early this evening. Isaiah Z, welcome to the stream. Ashton G, welcome as well. AW00DY, welcome to the stream. Saw you in the chat earlier. I don't think I shouted you out, though. Earl Arnold Jr., welcome. Ryan Hurt, welcome. Kansas City, Missouri Rail fan, welcome to the stream. KRC has gone international. I guess it has. Virtue of YouTube. So Tyler Reddick and Chris Buescher were battling for third when the caution came out, and I believe Buescher was scored ahead of Reddick. It's going to be interesting when they go to the... Yeah, it's going to be interesting when they go to the restart zone, or the choose cone rule before the restart. The other 14 cars that are in this race still are trying to obviously race their way in through the next two stages. They're on the lead lap. BJ McLeod and Corey LaJoie hit pit road during the caution, so they'll have a little bit fresher tires by about 7 laps on the rest of the field. I wonder if that's a strategy call where they may stay out to the end of stage number 2 then. I don't think that'd be a bad call for drivers who maybe don't have a great shot back in traffic on this restart to maybe pit for fresher tires in case other drivers stay out. The only reason I could see maybe not pitting here is considering the fact that they don't think anybody else is going to pit during the stage 2 break with only 10 laps to go. I do think track position is going to matter more than tires. Granted, it's only 20 laps on these tires with a relatively fresher paved Texas Motor Speedway. It was reconfigured back in 2017. I mean, Corey LaJoie, who stayed out of the pits, he's on 20-lap older tires right now, and after 7 laps, he's still in the lead. Had a great launch on the restart as well. Suarez, who didn't take off very well, still in second. On right side tires, the only one of the 3 that have a little bit older tires that did not hang on was Landon Castle, and he just crashed. And even before he crashed, like I said, he had dropped just outside the top 10. Wheel Marshall, 97 BD Woody. Southampton, UK. Awesome. Sleazy YT, welcome to stream. Cody Ware is in the open, yes. And he just hit pit road. Eric Nielsen, welcome. How do I get the race on TV besides a little side of the TV? As far as the actual race itself, I know it's on Fox Sports 1. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. I can't actually show the race because of copyright reasons, but doing the live commentary myself. All in the hopes of hopefully one day getting into the booth for real races down the road. Outsider, welcome. Don't have FS1 right now. Needed this, thanks, bro. Yeah, doing this most weeks. I will not be doing this for the Coke 600 next weekend. The reason why is because I'll be at the Indy 500. And then the following week when the NASCAR Cup Series heads to Gateway, I'll actually be at Gateway for the Cup race as well. So this is the last live commentary live stream for a Cup race on the channel between the Open and the All-Star race later tonight until Sonoma, which would be the week after Gateway. I'll be doing live commentary for that one. And I think I'm doing live commentary for the truck race that weekend as well, if I remember correctly. I believe that's a late enough start time that I can get home from work and give you guys the commentary for that on the Saturday night as well. So Corey LaJoie elects the inside lane on the restart. That's what he elected the last time by. The lights are out on the pace car and they'll be going green this time by. I didn't think caution laps counted in the Open. I guess it's just the last stage they don't count because the caution came out at lap 7 and we're only going to have 9 laps to go now when we go green this time. I know the laps don't count in the middle of the stages, but I was thinking they didn't count in general either, so even less laps now to try and get around Corey LaJoie when they get to the next restart zone. Again, LaJoie has the oldest tires in the field, and Suarez took right sides only during the stage break after the first 20 laps went caution-free. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Green flag is going to be back in the air as they enter the Geico restart zone. 9 to go. Good jump on the bottom for Corey LaJoie. A much better restart on the outside for Daniel Suarez compared to the last time. Inside has been the preferred line through the first 2 restarts/starts today. Suarez holding strong on the outside, side by side off the exit of turn 2 between LaJoie and the 7, the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Buscher drives it in deep into turns 3 and 4. Door to door go the 7 and the 99. Up the track they go. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 4 as Chris Buscher gets to the inside. LaJoie has to back out of the gas in the middle to keep from wrecking the race car as he stays off of Suarez and Buscher. Buscher with a deep dive into turns 1 and 2. Suarez up high with the right side tires in the traction compound. Slide job off the exit of turn 2. Buscher's clear of Suarez for the lead. Suarez now with the defensive line on the back straightaway, running a bit lower to try and hold the 8 car of Tyler Reddick behind him. As they battle for second, Reddick to the outside through 3 and 4. LaJoie is on the outside of the 43 car of Eric Jones for 4th place. LaJoie got a great run off the exit of the corner. Can't quite clear him yet. They're still side by side into turn 1. I saw Austin Dillon get a little shaky in 1 and 2 on the restart. Lost a couple positions. He's back to 6th. Restarted 3rd in lane on the outside, so I guess he didn't lose any spots, but it looked like he was in danger of losing spots initially. 6 laps to go at the line. Mostly single file right now. And tucked in tight between the top 8 back to Harrison Burton. Chris Buscher leads. Daniel Suarez in 2nd. Tyler Reddick 3rd. Eric Jones 4th. Corey LaJoie 5th. Austin Dillon 6th. Justin Haley 7th. Harrison Burton 8th. Cole Custer 9th. Ty Dillon rounds out the top 10. Todd Gillen 11th, Cody Ware 12th, Garrett Smithley 13th, and BJ McLeod 14th, with Landon Castle, who has crashed out. And Stenhouse, of course, had raced his way in through stage 1. Suarez was still able to hold on to 2nd place on Reddick. Reddick missed his opportunity to get around the 99 car. Sits in line in 3rd right now, maybe trying to preserve his tires a bit more and just wait for that final restart, potentially, when stage 3 begins. Austin Dillon to the inside of Corey LaJoie, trying to side draft him on the back straightaway as he is still on the inside into turn 3. It's a battle for 5th place. Jones was able to get around LaJoie that last lap. Joy starting to go backwards on the older tires. Dillon could not clear him off the exit of turn 4. Great exit to the corner for LaJoie. Big momentum down the front stretch. Dillon not too aggressive at the side draft that time. Stays low. Into 1 and 2 rather. And now he clears LaJoie for 5th off the exit of turn 2. Suarez is about 3.5 tenths of a second behind the 17 of Chris Buscher. That's about 2.5 to 3 car lengths. Does he have anything for Buscher, or is Buscher going to be able to race his way in? 3 laps to go now at the line. LaJoie about to lose another spot as Justin Haley will drive up to 7th. 6th rather. And actually could not clear LaJoie off the exit of turn 2 and has to hop in line again behind him down the back straightaway. This lap at the line pretty even right now on speed between the 17 of Buscher and the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Reddick is about another 3 to 4 car lengths behind Suarez in 3rd. Suarez trying the outside lane through turns 1 and 2, trying to get up into the grip strip in the PJ1. How much momentum does he have down the back, and can he keep the momentum up into 3 and 4? Gain maybe a little bit on the back straightaway on the 17 car. Ducks in line back down to the bottom again. You can definitely tell Suarez had to lift a lot more in the middle of the corner than the 17 of Buscher as Buscher won the race back to the throttle. Final lap of the stage through turns 1 and 2. Again, Suarez trying the middle to upper lane. Buscher hooking the white line all the way around the inside, as well as Reddick back in 3rd. Suarez gaining a bit of time into 3 and 4. Last chance for Daniel Suarez. He's going to run just a hair higher than the 17, but he's too far back to make a run. Lost a little bit more time as well doing that. And Chris Buscher will win Stage 2 in the All-Star Race Open, and he will advance to the main event later tonight. So again, Chris Buscher, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. have now raced their way in, and we will have a 10-lap final stage coming up after the commercial break. We're down to 13 cars racing for one more spot, and then remember the fan vote will get awarded to one driver as well. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the fan vote. I think it can really go down between 4 drivers. I think Daniel Suarez can have it. Tyler Reddick can most certainly have the fan vote. Eric Jones kind of becoming a fan favorite in the 43. And Austin Dillon just being in the 3 car himself may win the fan vote as well. You never know. I think between those 4, any of them have a real shot of winning the fan vote. And those will be the top 4 when we start Stage 3. Eric Jones better win stage 3. He's in third. He's got a shot. Jill O'Neill, welcome to the stream. Mikey, welcome as well. Want Corey to get the fan vote. Seems like a good dude. That'd be interesting too. I mean, I guess he does have a podcast on NASCAR's website or on NASCAR's YouTube channel. Maybe both. I guess the 21 of Harrison Burton, Wood Brothers machine, maybe. I don't know. I'd probably lean on those 4 though, getting the fan vote if I had to guess. If none of those 4 get it though, but you never know. I don't know if the Fox booth knows who has the fan vote right now. They may know already. Obviously, I don't. You guys don't. You guys think someone will blow a tire in the All-Star race? It's if they do, you're probably referring to non-contact tire blowing, kind of like we saw with the Kansas race last weekend. I think it's going to depend on how long of a green flag run we get tonight. Which, the way the segments are built up, I think there is one stage that is long enough that we could see that happen. I don't think it's going to be a tire roulette like we saw last week. I say one tire failure on overall race pace. Like, not counting getting into the wall or making contact with another driver. Which, you know, obviously you could blow a tire if that happens. But on just driving and racing and seeing somebody blow a tire, I think we only see one at the most tonight. And I will say Texas has a lot more grip than what Kansas does. So I feel like the likelihood's even less based off of that alone. Kansas has a little bit more tire wear track-wise than Texas. Tim Irvin, thanks for the $4.99 super chat. Number 1 meme. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate all 167 of you guys watching right now as well. Again, hit that like button. We'll see if we can get to 100 likes before the end of the Open. Only have 10 more laps. Again, you'll be getting an interview with Chris Buescher. And we'll see if we have any pit stops during the Stage 2 break. I'd have to imagine some of the cars in the back half of the field are going to pit. Cole Custer's in. Corey LaJoie, who stayed out and didn't take any tires the last time, will take 4 tires now. No surprise there. Custer was running right around 10th. And here's Vince Welsh with Chris Buescher.
Guys in front of you going side by side and opening the door that made the biggest difference there.
Yeah, probably a little bit of everything. That was cool to be able to race our way in with our fast on Mustang. So pretty neat. It's aggressive racing like we know it is when we come to the All-Star and these short runs. So that's cool. Get to watch them get there side by side, and I see them start slipping up the hill. I was like, man, we got to commit, right? So it was cool. We really had a good push down the front straight away, and had to be really protective into one, and that grip was just starting to come in. So I'm pretty curious to see where the end of this race goes, and really excited for the All-Star now.
It's amazing, Mike. Opportunity to race for $1 million. We see some smiles on the faces down
You
here.
bet. It's just home track, Vince.
And I was about to say that too. Chris Buescher from Prosper, Texas at his home track. So, of course, he wanted to get into the All-Star race at his home track tonight. And Buescher did just that, winning Stage 2. He led 9 laps after LaJoie led the first 11 on those older tires before Buescher was finally able to get through with the first guy on fresher tires. Now, Daniel Suarez will restart as the leader for Stage 3. But remember, again, he took his left sides are still old. He took right side tires only during the pit stop during the Stage 1 break. During the Stage 2 break, we only saw a few drivers pit. Cole Custer on back, so 9th on back hit pit road. Ty Dillon hit pit road for 4 tires. Ty Gillen hit pit road, as well as Garrett Smithley, Cody Ware, BJ McLeod. Corey LaJoie, also Harrison Burton. So I guess the top 6 stayed out. LaJoie in 7th on back will have fresher tires. But it's only 20-lap fresher tires, and we saw LaJoie, even on 20-lap fresher tires, be able to hold his own, and I don't think he quite has as fast of a car as Suarez, Reddick, or Jones. or even Austin Dillon for that matter. But we'll see. I think I saw somebody in the chat a little bit ago, it's anybody's game. Yeah, Ralph Nolan said that. It's anybody's game, and that is very much true. You never know. We see a wreck at the front. Drivers trying to battle and get their way in. Kind of uneventful so far, for the most part. Outside of that last restart was pretty interesting, but outside of that, uneventful through the first 40 laps, pretty straightforward, where the driver who got the lead on the restart was the winner of the stage. But you never know what could happen here. Tires are a little bit older. More aggression is likely going to take place. We don't know who has the fan vote. I think it's wide open between a few different drivers, so you don't want to wreck your car in case you get the fan vote, but obviously you want to try to race your way in case you don't get the fan vote. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of aggressiveness anyway. Do you imagine if both RCR cars miss the All-Star race? I mean, that's possible. Like if Eric Jones races his way in and Daniel Suarez gets the fan vote. I mean, that could happen. I would not be surprised. Daniel Suarez has had a little troubles taking off on the restarts on the outside lane, but he'll be on the inside lane this time. Reddick will be the first car on the outside. Uncontrolled tire penalty for Cole Custer. He'll be going to the back of the field for the restart. He would have restarted 9th. Not in a great position with 10 to go, but anything could happen with this 13-car field. Lights have been out on the pace car. They will be going green this time, and we have 10 laps to go in the All-Star Race Open. Let's go underdog LaJoy. We'll see. Could be the final restart of the Open this time. Pace car will make the huge left-hand turn off of turn 4 and will be going green. Tyler Reddick on the outside. Daniel Suarez gets the jump on the inside as the controlled car. Green flag back in the air. Reddick trying to side draft and hang tight on the right rear quarter panel of Suarez as they make contact before going into turn 1. 33 of Austin Dillon slipped up a little bit. Corey LaJoy up the middle 3 wide to make a pass on Harrison Burton and Justin Haley back in the pack. Reddick and Suarez still side by side for the lead on the back straightaway. Advantage Suarez on the bottom. Reddick on the outside. Suarez clear in the middle of the corner. Can he hold it? He will off the exit of turn 4. Daniel Suarez out in front of Texas with 9 laps to go in the Open. Eric Jones in line in 3rd right behind Reddick. LaJoy's up to 5th already on fresh tires. LaJoy going to the outside through turns 1 and 2. So is Tyler Reddick in 2nd. LaJoy working on Austin Dillon for 4th place with a run down the backstretch. Dillon with a block to the inside. LaJoy goes wide and gets to the outside of the 3 car of Dillon through 3 and 4. Reddick trying the outside again through 3 and 4 as well. And Reddick goes around. He spins off of turn 4 in front of the field. Austin Dillon has to go through the grass to miss him as well as the 43. Into the car on the outside is Harrison Burton. Burton had nowhere to go as Reddick came back across the racetrack. Right into the side of the 21. The 8 rather. Harrison Burton taken out. Reddick taken out. I think LaJoy's up to 2nd. Reddick had talked about over the radio during the stage 1 break earlier about how risky it is to run the outside in 3 and 4, how edgy it felt. He tried to do that there to gain extra time on the 99 of Suarez in front of him, get a little bit of clean air, just try something different to get around Suarez in the final 9 laps, and he lost control. Backed it into the outside wall, spun like a top on the front stretch, and then back into the outside wall again in the kink in the front stretch right in front of Harrison Burton, who clocked him in the right front. That's going to take both Burton and Reddick out of their shots of making the All-Star race tonight. And remember, Reddick now is not going to have a chance to get the fan vote with a wrecked race car. So he may have had the fan vote. We'll never know if he would have had the fan vote. But now we know for a fact he will definitely not be in the All-Star race after the accident. Just no grip on the outside at Texas. Even with the cooler temperatures. in tonight's race versus the first two races we've seen this weekend at the Speedway. High of 81 in Dallas. Yeah, they said 69 on the telecast for Fort Worth. I don't know if that means it's supposed to warm up a little bit later or not. Now, Eric Jones and Austin Dillon, who went through the grass, at least Jones has some grass on the grill of his race car. Caution laps do not count in the final segment. The first two stages that we had tonight, those laps did count under caution, the caution we saw during stage 2. But in this final stage, caution laps do not count, so we'll have 8 laps to go on the restart. Definitely a lot of damage right now to the 21 of Harrison Burton. Austin Dillon doesn't look like he has any grass on the grill of his car, but the 43 of Eric Jones definitely does. It's going to be interesting to see, and it looks like the 43 gets to the back bumper of the 99 of Suarez, and he was able to get the grass off the grill of the race car, so no issues for Eric Jones. He won't have to pit to take the grass off the grill. The 3 of Austin Dillon doesn't really have any grass on his grill, so they should be able to stay on the track. Great misses to go down there. And luckily that the splitters don't sit as low on the next-gen cars compared to the Gen 6 car and the car of tomorrow, that it didn't destroy the splitter going through the grass to miss the accident. Thanks for that comment, Wheel Marshall. Harrison Burton said, pow, right into the kisser. Yeah, I mean, he got into the accident pretty well after the wreck, but knowing how narrow the front stretch is at Texas, and when Reddick came back across the track the second time, he probably wasn't expecting that, and I don't blame Burton for being involved in that. Plus, he had cars racing around to the inside to get by Reddick, so he really had nowhere to go. So again, caution out for incident for the second time in the All-Star Open. First time in the third stage. Reddick spun off turn 4, trying the outside lane at Texas. Just didn't work. Not enough grip up there. Backed into the outside wall, and then came down the racetrack in the front stretch. A couple cars missed through the grass, and then back across the track into the outside wall again, right around the start-finish line where Harrison Burton had piled in. Burton was running right around 7th or 8th when he got in the accident, unfortunately, so both him and Reddick obviously taking out of shots in the All-Star race and taking out of a shot to get the fan vote now. It's going to be interesting. Down in the chat, Corey LaJoy seems to be the fan favorite from you guys, and he has driven up to 2nd. He missed the wreck, but also with Dillon and Jones going through the grass on the front stretch, Corey LaJoy was able to go from about 5th to 2nd, as well, of course, getting around Reddick, who wrecked. So he's right in line behind Suarez, and he's got the freshest tires in the field right now. And Suarez not only on older tires, but he has the oldest left sides in the field, as those are the same left sides he's had on since the start of the Open. 42 laps and counting on those tires. Right sides he did change during the Stage 1 break, but left sides he did not. LaJoy went no tires during the Stage 1 break, but fell back to about 7th or 8th at the end of segment number 2. During that break, he took 4 tires. Now, there are cars also on 4 fresh tires outside of LaJoy. Ty Dillon in 6th place would be the next highest driver in the running order on 4 fresh Goodyears. And then Cole Custer as well would end up restarting in 8th once the leaderboard gets corrected during this caution period. Still under cleanup right now. Angels and Outlaws Motorsports Upton, welcome to the stream. Just liked and subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. Subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We'll be live again later tonight for the All-Star Race, the main event at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live commentary for the NASCAR races on the race weekend, as you're seeing here, as well as the video game races during the week. All to build the commentating ability and race knowledge. Frankie Muniz has been in the booth throughout the Open. I don't know if he's going to be there for the All-Star race later tonight or not, but that's very interesting. Of course, Larry McReynolds also in the booth tonight as the guest commentator. He was in the booth for one other Cup race earlier this season as well. Gene Huddleston, welcome to the stream. Justin the Gamer, welcome. CIA, welcome to the stream. We got the CIA in the chat. Frankie Muniz is about to be the next Cup Series champion. Well, he's not running for points this year. He didn't start all the races. Not this year. I guess he's in the ARCA series now. I honestly had no clue that was the case. I think the lights are going to go off on the pace car this time at the start-finish line, and yes, they do. So we will be going green this time by the field getting the one-to-go signal. And the 11 cars that are still left in the open are going to have 8 laps to duke it out, one of which will make it into the All-Star race later tonight, virtue of racing their way in, and another virtue of the fan vote. Everybody behave, the CIA is here. The feds are here! Shut down the firewall! NASCAR had to choose another track. What would it be for the All-Star race? I'd like to see it on another short track. Give it to Martinsville. Have the night race at Martinsville be the All-Star race instead of a points race. I mean, you could still have 2 points races at Martinsville too, if you really wanted, but if you did that, they'd probably both have to be in the daytime. That'd be the only problem with that. But if I had to pick a track, I'd say Martinsville. That they have, I would have said Bristol, but they've already done that a couple years ago. So give Martinsville a shot. Good jump on the inside of the restart for Daniel Suarez. Easily going to clear the 43 of Eric Jones on the outside. Austin Dillon in front of him. I thought LaJoie was going to restart in second. I guess he ended up restarting in fourth. And that's going to hurt LaJoie's chances of trying to get in here because now he has 3 cars to pass instead of just 1. And he's being held up by the 31 of Justin Haley, who's still on the inside of him down the back and into turn 3 as well. Reddick couldn't get his way in. Austin Dillon's going to try to do it now as he is in second place. The 43 of Eric Jones had to lift off the exit of turn 4 in line behind Dillon. Got a bit tight in the dirty air. Oh, LaJoie in the grass trying to get around the 31 car. That's not going to work. Nobody wrecked back there, and Haley was able to get around the 43 car of Eric Jones for third. Haley had a third-place finish at Darlington a few weeks ago. LaJoie ran out of racetrack on the front stretch trying to get by the cars that were side by side of Jones and Haley. LaJoie has finally gotten around Jones on the next lap up to 4th place. Haley and LaJoie running a little bit higher of a line right now, and Austin Dillon is not able to keep his pace up to close in on the 99 of Daniel Suarez. Suarez is a bit faster than Dillon. Justin Haley's actually closing in on the 3 car of Austin Dillon right now. I don't believe he took tires during the stage break. I could be wrong. 5 laps to go, though, in the open. Haley is only 1 second off of Daniel Suarez if he could somehow get around Austin Dillon quick. Does he have a shot? Haley had a great run off the exit of turn 2. Takes a peek to the inside, still a little too far back into 3 and 4. Trying to back up the center of the corner a little bit more to give him a bit more of a corner exit off of turn 4. That didn't really work. Dillon was able to gap him just a tad. Maybe half a car length or a car length or so. 9/10 of a second off the lead is Austin Dillon from Daniel Suarez as Suarez is scooting away. Just over a 1 second lead now. Suarez about a 1/10.5 faster than Dillon through 1 and 2 alone that last lap. Caution laps again do not count. So even if we get to the final lap, I do believe we would have a 1 lap restart if we do get a late yellow. Field is pretty spaced apart right now. I'd probably have to take somebody losing control of their own race car like we saw with Reddick to get in an accident. Although we do have a battle for second, obviously, going on between Haley and Dillon, but still about a half a car length between the two of them on the backstretch into turn 3. Haley being risky with it. He's going to the outside. That's where Tyler Reddick wrecked earlier. And it doesn't even look like, even if you hang on to the outside through 3 and 4, it doesn't even look like you really gain much ground on the car in front of you. But if you're side by side with another car, you get off the exit of the corner so much better than the car on the bottom, and that's where the advantage comes into play. But if you can't actually get to the outside of another car, the outside just does not work in 3 and 4. Maybe as it gets rubbered in, we might see some moves later in the All-Star race, but at least through the Open right now, and at least early in the All-Star race later, you're not going to see that either. Final lap of Stage 3 in the All-Star Open. Daniel Suarez with a 1.3 second lead over Austin Dillon and Justin Haley. And it looks like both Trackhouse cars are going to make their way into the All-Star race later tonight. Virtue of one getting a couple wins already this season of Ross Chastain, and then Daniel Suarez winning the All-Star Open. Suarez has done this before, and he'll do it again. Checkered flag in the air off turn 4. Suarez will be in the All-Star race later tonight. Austin Dillon will come up a close second. Justin Haley third. Corey LaJoie fourth. And Eric Jones runs out the top 5. And now we have to wait and see who has the fan vote.
Both teams are all-stars.
Jamie Little with Justin Marks.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. Daniel, made us. Everybody had to work for it there. I mean, made some good changes and got him a race car there right at the end when it mattered. But yeah, I mean, it's just another surreal moment in my life. I mean, really, it's just so fortunate to have all these wonderful people working so hard and giving us an opportunity to do great things. So, 2 Trackhouse cars in the All-Star race going for $1 million. Pretty exciting.
Congrats. Mike?
Here's the fan vote winner.
You got us?
Yeah, good for
Well, buddy, I know it hasn't been what you're looking for yet, but your old fans of the 43 car, the famed 43, have voted and put you into the All-Star race. Congratulations. Get yourself ready.
Appreciate the fans. Thank you. It's not, I never thought I'd have a shot to win, but 43 fans are pretty strong. So, been struggling a little bit, but we'll make some big changes here for tonight. Hopefully get a run for it.
Well, buddy, get yourself ready. We'll be watching.
Heard it from Clint Boyer himself. Eric Jones has won the fan vote for tonight's All-Star Open, so he will be the 4th driver and final driver to advance into the All-Star race later tonight. 3 Chevys and a Ford are going to get in through the Open. Stenhouse won Stage 1, Chris Buescher wins Stage 2, Daniel Suarez Stage 3, and Eric Jones wins the fan vote. That's going to wrap things up for our Open race coverage. Tune in later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in another hour and a half for the All-Star Race live commentary. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Over 200 viewers in the Open. Hopefully you come back later tonight. Again, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for live race commentary. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content, as we'll be stepping away, taking a bit of a break. If we had less time between the Open and the All-Star race, I would stay on, but because we have an hour and a half to kill here, I'm going to get myself something to eat, fuel up for tonight's race, I guess, take a little bit of a break. So I will see you guys later on. Again, thank you for watching. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button on the stream on your way out, and I'll see you later.